finally tonight, I want to talk a little bit about Tim McCarver. Tim McCarver passed away this week. He was 81 years old. He was, as far as my generation goes, he was basically the color commentator for baseball. He did all the World Series. Mets fans know him back when we were growing up. He was on WWOR with Ralph Kiner. I mean, McCarver was always there, is what it was. Tim McCarver was always there. He spent 60 years in baseball. 60 years. He had a 21-year career. He's one of only a few handful of players to play in 4 decades in the major leagues. And he wasn't a bad player. As far as catchers go, he was probably you'd call him a good player. 271 average, 97 home runs. Played in 4 decades. You got to be good to play in 4 decades. He won 2 World Series with the Cardinals. He's a 2-time All-Star. He was Steve Carlton and Bob Gibson's personal catcher. And then when he retired the next year, he went right into broadcasting. He called 24 World Series for ABC, CBS, Fox. He started out calling them with Jack Buck and then finished calling them with Joe Buck, Jack's son. He was big in the union for the MLBPA. He's one of the guys that helped start the union. He actually, one of his biggest, and I respect him for this, one of his biggest moments as a player was in the 1964 World Series. He went 11 for 23, 5 walks, and he hit the game-winning home run in Game 5. In the 10th inning, to give the Cardinals a 5-2 win. They won the series over the Yankees in 7. And then another thing that I love about McCarver here is he was great. He was great at predicting what was going to happen. And listen to this. Listen to this one. 2001, Game 7. You all know what happened, okay? Arizona and the Yankees, Game 7. Luis Gonzalez got the hit. Moments before Luis Gonzalez got the hit, here's the quote from McCarver. Rivera throws inside to left-handers. They get a lot of broken bat hits into shallow outfield, the shallow part of the outfield. That's the danger with bringing the infield in with a guy like Rivera on the mound. The next pitch, blooped into center field, World Series over, Arizona's the champions. It was Mariano Rivera's only blown save in the playoffs. He went into the Cardinals Hall of Fame in 2007. He went into the broadcaster's wing in the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2012. And like I said, I remember him. He was the Mets announcer growing up. For me, he was the Mets announcer. And he did all the World Series. He did all the World Series with Jack Buck and Joe Buck. Oh, he was our guy. He was the voice of baseball as far as we're concerned with Joe Buck and Jack Buck. I know everybody hates Joe Buck. You're crazy if you hate Joe Buck because he's one of the best, and he's the voice of sports for our generation.